Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Here are the spoilers for Thursday, January 9th, 2025's episode of Days of Our Lives. Fans may anticipate Kristen DiMera and Brady Black playing the blame game on tomorrow's episode. Tate Black receives an apology from Sophia Choi on General Hospital. Holly Jonas tends to Doug Williams III, who has been beaten. Additionally, the conflict between Xander Kyriakis and Philip Kyriakis will worsen. Let's discuss what will happen in the upcoming Peacock soap opera episode as you continue reading. Kristen DiMera's Blame Game Days of Our Lives spoilers for Thursday, January 9th indicate that Brady and Kristen will continue to argue. Brady was certain that Kristen was the one who harassed Ava with the texts. It was her daughter, not Kristen. Kristen and Brady will point the finger at one another for Rachel Black's actions, even though she wants her parents to get back together. Brady did let Kristen know that he is currently dealing with some serious issues with Tate. Brady may eventually inform Kristen that Tate conceived Sophia. Required read, DOL spoilers, Chanel is expecting, tells Johnny falsehoods about the baby's paternity? Sophia Choi's error in DOL spoilers. She visited Holly at the Kyriakis estate with Sophia. Sophia explained all of Amy Chio's demands to Holly. Sophia and Tate never even made it to the clinic to undergo the abortion, Holly found out. Sophia then told Holly that her mother wanted her to marry Tate and was pressuring her to have the child. Holly was already incensed at the situation when Tate arrived. Sophia will apologize to Tate, but it won't make things better. Spoilers for Days of Our Lives, Doug Williams III's injuries. According to spoilers on Days of Our Lives, Holly takes care of Doug. Doug owes some nasty people a lot of money and is in a lot of trouble. Doug sold the stolen necklace, but the proceeds were insufficient to cover the criminal's expenses. Regretfully, Holly discovers Doug battered. Holly will look after Doug, but she will also insist on knowing the real reason for the beating. It is verified that Holly pressures Doug to come clean later in the week. Perhaps Holly will be the catalyst for Doug to finally tell Julie Williams the truth. DOL spoilers for January 9th, 2025, Thursday. Things between Xander and Philip won't get any better on Thursday, January 9th. Belle Black's remark regarding the relationship seems to have the potential to become a reality. On Thursday, January 9th, 2025, which narrative are you most excited to see? Post your ideas in the space provided for comments below. To see what happens next, don't forget to continue watching the soap opera on Peacock. Admire Days, B&B, General Hospital, or other soap operas. Participate in the discussion on our SC boards. To interact with fans and start a conversation right away, click here. Bye Mike. Still together in the DiMera mansion's living room, EJ and Nicole attempted to talk about their recent kiss but quickly concluded that they would prefer to have sex. Nicole and EJ made out and undressed as they made their way upstairs to find a bed. Eventually, Nicole moved away from EJ and stopped the altercation. Nicole was promptly reminded by EJ that there was most likely someone else having sex at that very moment. Eric is just using Sloane to get over me, but that doesn't mean that I should use you to get over him, Nicole said. Use me, EJ pleaded. One of my top New Year's resolutions is to stop making decisions that I will regret, Nicole said. You call what you do making decisions? Before retreating and leaving Nicole's bedroom, EJ made fun of her. After waiting until everything was under control, Nicole wrote Eric a text message that said, "Just wanted to wish you a happy new year." But after giving it some serious thought, sighed and erased it. Still by herself in the Salem Inn, Lee called Gabby many times and became more and more irritated when each call ended up in voicemail. "It's me again, your groom." During one of the tries, Lee became anxious. After the wedding ceremony, Lee called Rolf and told him what had transpired. Sorry? You only have that? You've ruined my life, so I suppose you're not as brilliant as you believed yourself to be. Lee hung up on Rolf after spitting. While still together in the town square, Johnny and Wendy tried to talk about their recent kiss but quickly decided that they would like to resume kissing. After a while, Wendy and Johnny started talking again. This is New Year's Eve, us kissing could just be like, going with the flow, Wendy thought. For Johnny, it felt pretty real to me, in response. Me, too, acknowledged Wendy. Johnny pondered whether Wendy might like to have a more private discussion in the park. Wendy shook her head apologetically at Johnny after taking a quick look at the adjacent Salem Inn. I know I told my brother I was done with him, but his whole world blew up tonight, Wendy was worried. Gabby is no longer with Lee. It is likely that he will lose his position at DiMera. He could even end up in jail, Wendy added. After Wendy said, I feel so bad for him, and it kind of makes it hard to focus on how happy I am with you right now, Johnny nodded in agreement and said they would see each other the next day and maybe even go on a genuine date for once. After bidding Johnny farewell, Wendy went inside the Salem Inn and made her way to Lee's room. Lee reminded Wendy, you said I was on my own, Wendy explained, I thought you might not want to be alone right now, and Lee nodded in appreciation. Wendy questioned whether Lee had actually attempted Stefan's murder months before. Lee summed it up as follows, I temporarily lost my mind, Wendy said, you were always ruthless in going after something you wanted, Lee said, I discovered that at our father's knee. After Johnny arrived at the DiMera estate and discovered EJ in the living room, he disclosed that Rafe had been compelled to release Lee and Kristen because there was insufficient proof. Johnny pledged to keep EJ's prior knowledge of the brainwashing plan a secret from Rafe and Stefan. After thanking Johnny for the assurance, EJ shifted the conversation and inquired about Wendy's well-being. In the upcoming year, we'll see what occurs. How about Nicole and you? Johnny answered. Retorting, we'll see what happens in the new year, EJ. After storming into Stefan and Chloe's Miami hotel room and discovering that they were rolling around in bed together, Gabby moaned. Gabby worried, apparently, I'm a little too late, as Stefan and Chloe withdrew from one another in disbelief. Gabby pulled up a keycard as Stefan struggled to figure out how the hotel room door had been unlocked. The front desk was very nice to give me this after I showed them that my ID says Gabby DiMera and that this is my husband's room. Before disclosing what had transpired following the wedding ceremony, Gabby gave Stefan some clarification. At the conclusion of the story, Stefan gave some consoling words and told Gabby to go. Chloe and I were kind of in the middle of something important, Stefan clarified. You'd rather have sex than find out what happened to you? Gabby sputtered. We just made love for the first time and that is a very big deal to me, Stefan explained. While Gabby pondered if Chloe could ever be happy with someone whose emotions had been artificially created in a lab, Stefan grabbed the keycard. After ejecting Gabby from the hotel room, Stefan slammed the door and expressed regret to Chloe for disturbing her. Stefan was trying to get back into bed with Chloe when Gabby repeatedly banged on the door. Are you not even a bit curious about what happened to you? Chloe pondered. I have heard so many versions of the same damn story, and I don't care. Stefan answered.